Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
Beautiful day today. Even down here at the beachfront, with the cooler air coming off the water, it's still about 55. And I hope you can hear me. My last video, most of the sound was pretty well hosed. Okay. This is meant to be a video response to Kryten's question, how did I get into riding motorcycles? Where to start? When I was, I think I was about 13, a friend of mine had a Cushman motor scooter. And he used to let me deliver papers for him. It wasn't that nice. So I'd get up 4 o'clock in the mornings, ride over his house on my bicycle, get his scooter, fold his papers, deliver his route, put the scooter back, and go home. He also let me, get that, do his collections. Back then, paper boys used to have to go house to house every week and get, I think it was $0.25 for the week's papers. That was my payment for basically taking over his paper out. Well, from there I graduated to my own scooter. My folks bought me an Allstate, or what today is known as the Vespa. It was a neat little scooter, enjoyed the hell out of that. And I think I was supposed to pay them back. We're getting ready to go on this part of Shore Drive, and it's one of the nicest rides in the summer. Anyway, let me get through this without rambling. So I had a Vespa. That was probably 1955. Several of my friends had Cushmans and other Vespas. 2 or 3 had motorcycles. One of them, one of my friends had a Czech motorcycle, 125, and a Royal Enfield 125, and I rode those from time to time. In the meantime, I had become fairly adept at minor repairs, and come to find out, that was back in the days of before motorcycles had any type of security. Really, about the only thing you could do is swap plug wires or turn the gas off, things like that. Well, anyway, I graduated to several different motorcycles over a period of time. I'll run a list by you. They were PSAs, Triumphs, NSU Maxas, a really nice motorcycle. And all of that might be a topic for another discussion. But anyway, so through the years, I continued to ride off and on. When I got married, I wasn't the most responsible person in the world. Too many beer frames during bowling. Too many evenings out after softball games. And and my wife just didn't feel like I was mature enough to have a motorcycle. So as time went by, I all but gave up the idea of having one for myself. She does have some wisdom there. When my sons got a little older, we bought them a Suzuki RM50 and a YZ80, a Yamaha YZ80. And I was impressed at how fast those two little bikes were. That RM50 was a hot little number. And anyway, so they were riding, doing a lot of just riding farmers' fields, things like that, having a great time. And I picked up a Kawasaki, 3-cylinder Kawasaki, off of Naval Auction, or rather the Department of Defense materials auction. I picked it up for $25. Yeah, it wasn't really a basket case, but I would have never believed it would run. I knew I had to do some work to it. I put gas in it, checked my spark, fired right up. And that thing had been sitting at Guantanamo Bay for about 5 years, believe it or not. And I saw it in the salvage yard, just sitting by the fence for a year before I bid on it. I got it for $25, so I was back on the road. And lo and behold, my youngest son got out of the Marine Corps, finished college, bought himself a Fat Boy in 05. Beautiful, beautiful bike. And he'd come home from North Carolina where he worked. I would ride him from time to time. And my wife saw I was eating my heart out. So she suggested I should get one, but I was looking at motorcycles, and it was for the first time I sat on one at a dealer's, and she was standing behind the salesman and I, writing down everything we talked about. Well, Father's Day in 2007, I saw a motorcycle on the back of a trailer from the dealership coming down my street. I live on a cul-de-sac. Girl across the street was having a huge pool party. The people next door's daughter had just graduated from high school. Big party there. And there was no place to turn or anything. He started backing that trailer up in my driveway, and I'd got my ass on my shoulders because I wanted that motorcycle so bad. I looked at it, and I told my wife and son, my son had come up, and we were standing in the driveway. Talk about being set up. And I said, damn, that's a pretty bike. And he started backing that thing up in the drive, and he wanted to know if Ms. So-and-so was here. And I looked at her, and she said, Happy Father's Day, honey. And here I am today. Anyway, so that wraps it up. Okay, Kryten, there you have it.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.